Good evening, y'all. I'm assuming a lot of y'all are based in the US. We're based in Sunnyvale, California. So it's about, I think, 6 p.m. here. And yeah, today, Typedream is doing a webinar on how to start an online business. Typedream, as a company, we help people basically build online businesses. A lot of it has to do with things like digital products, software, and yeah, today specifically, we're teaching people how to resell Notion templates and make product pages that look awesome. All right, next one, Steve. Cool. As a recap, we do these webinars every week, and from last week, we taught people on basically how to research what Notion templates are trending and how to make them your own. So, as a recap, how do you make and sell Notion templates? First of all, usually people use Notion as like their day-to-day task manager, like slash software, things to organize your information and the things that you're doing. So these are the three key points. So number one, just identify which of your daily tasks benefits the most from having a dashboard on Notion. That could be your template. So a lot of the famous ones are things like Life OS, Work OS, Remote OS, Freelance OS, and a bunch of those other things. And then number two, you can list your Notion template once you've made it, found it on Typedream products or Gumroad, anywhere basically that it's a marketplace for digital products. And then lastly, after you made it, you list it, you start to market it, right? So you would want to list them on Notion marketplaces. We'll give out the list of the websites at the end of the webinar, and your social media listed on Product Hunt. And create product pages so that there's SEO. When people search for Notion templates, yours will pop up. Next one, Steve. All right, cool. So what is this thing? Well, reselling Notion templates. At Typedream, we've been used by some of the most popular Notion creators who have made over I think combined more than $500,000 selling Notion templates. So how do you do it, right? Through our research, we've identified that there are a couple of popular Notion templates that people usually sell, the ones that I mentioned before. And we've done the research for you and looked at the ones that are unsaturated that you can still sell. Now, the thing is that what we've learned from these people is they usually get inspired from some other template and then make it their own. So instead of starting from scratch, we did the research for you, we made them for you, and you can just immediately resell it right after this call. Turn it into your own. So the key steps are just something as simple as we want you to make money through Notion templates. You have two steps, right? Either you try to resell the Notion templates that we provide you, and we'll add to our growing list of libraries, or you can create and sell your own Notion templates. Now, if you've chosen the path to resell Notion templates, you could just simply modify and repackage it. Think of it as a white label Notion templates. Or you could also become an affiliate of popular Notion creators. Cool. Next one.
Cool. And yeah, like Kevin said, so if you're reselling Notion templates or creating your own, you want to do a little bit of research to see what templates are selling and trending in the market. And some of the ways that you can do that, you can check out Gumroad Discover. You can look up Notion templates. You can see, which templates are getting a lot of downloads and getting a lot of sales. You can do that on Etsy as well. You can also look on social media or YouTube, TikTok to see the general direction of where these Notion template creators are going. A good way to do this is also to look at some of the top Notion template creators, look at their Twitter and see which of their giveaways and templates that they're giving out is getting a lot of reactions and getting a lot of interest. So we did our research as well, and it seems like a lot of these popular templates are in these operating system type of templates and also trackers. And so, for example, things like Freelance OS, Life OS, Student OS, we have habit trackers and personal finance trackers. And so we've created three, which you'll be able to download at the end of this webinar for free. And so once you have, your Notion template that you want to sell or resell, it's a good idea to set up a product page, and you can do that using Typedream. And there are two very important reasons why you need a good landing page for your Notion template. And the first reason is especially for paying users. Paying users usually will want to ask, what are they getting for the money that they're paying? And they want to know exactly, what features your Notion templates provide, whether other people have used your Notion templates, and how it can benefit them. And so creating a very informative landing page is a good way to proactively answer these questions. And second, it's a good opportunity for you to get traffic through the search engines. And so if you have a good landing page that does well in SEO and it ranks well on Google, and it appears in the top half, the first page of Google, there's a higher likelihood that people will click into that and then also check out your product. And also with SEO, outside of paid advertising, organic search is a great way for you to get somewhat more consistent traffic, because search results are usually more consistent month to month. And there's this really great article from Ahrefs, which I'll paste the link to in the chat shortly, where you can read more about SEO. Cool.
Yeah, and for the next one, I'm gonna share a bit more on how to design your landing page, and we're gonna use a Notion template landing page for this one. So let me share my screen. All right. Okay, so this is a Notion template made by Pasio. And let's just scroll through it and just skim through it and see what's inside. There's a lot of things in here, and I'll go through every single thing right now. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of information in this product page, and the purpose of it is to answer those two questions that Steven mentioned before, which is, what is in this Notion template? Am I getting enough value out of it for the amount of money that I'm paying? And are people actually using it? Like, does this actually work? So if you look at the hero section, there are three main parts. The first one is, of course, the tagline, and it's very straightforward on what this Notion template is solving. It's helping you organize and manage your tasks in Notion. And then right below it, you'll see a testimonial section. And this is very important because for most people who are trying to buy a Notion template, they don't really have the question anymore on like what is Notion or like what is inside. They kind of already know about what your Notion template is. They just need some validation on whether or not it's a good one, whether it's a good template. So this testimonial right on top is very helpful. And then of course, the third one is a preview of the Notion template, which is also very important because obviously you want to know what you're buying, right? The second part here is interesting because this is showing the problems that this Notion template is solving. So why Pasio put us here is most probably for him to be able to relate to the visitors who are viewing this landing page on the problems that they probably are having. And then right afterwards, he shows them that, well, there's a solution. This is the solution. This Notion template is the solution. And there's a video up here, which is also very nice because it'll show you even more about what's inside and how it helps you. And then apart from there, this depends on the Notion template that you're using, but adding as much information as possible is good as long as it's not overwhelming. So for example, productivity stuff, task management, it's pretty opinionated. Usually different people have different workflows. So it's a good thing to emphasize the workflow for this specific task management system. And then, of course, a huge preview of everything inside. You can see that there's a lot of things in here. It's a pretty complex Notion template, and that's why it's worth paying for. And showing off the benefits, highlighting specific features is also important. And then another very important part is a more comprehensive testimonial section with, as many testimonials, like 5-star testimonials from your customers as possible for social proof. And then have your pricing right up front. It's also something that a lot of Notion users really appreciate, because obviously you want to just get started. And so having everything in this one whole page is very helpful. And then lastly, frequently asked questions. So yeah, I think if I were to highlight the specific sections that you need to have, maybe Stephen, we can go back to the slides for the highlighted sections.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I should stop presenting. Okay, cool. So yeah, the first thing is obviously a very clear tagline, and then social proof right up front, and then an image and or video preview of your Notion template. You could add some problem that you think your target audience is experiencing and how you are solving it, and the benefits and features of your Notion template. And then you want to add another social proof below that shows all of your ratings, all of the testimonials that you have, and then a straightforward pricing and a frequently asked questions section. Yeah, and I guess just a few tips for the social proof. The one that you see and the one that a lot of people are using on Typedream is using Senja, so you can check that out as well. And that should be it.
All right. So we're going to open the floor up now to questions. Feel free to type into the chat or unmute yourself to ask questions. And at the same time, as we mentioned before, here is the link to the giveaway where you can get our 3 Notion templates for you to modify, repackage, and sell. You can also get 15% off of 12 months to create your landing page on Typedream. So I'm going to paste the link in the chat shortly.